thought they were gonna fight. No, we're talking like a 7-foot dude versus like a 5-foot nothing. And I'm like, what the hell? You guys, it's your girl KIRB3YZ, and yes, we are back with another video, and it is Christmas time. I wanted to do a little mini series to where I talk about my past dating life and all that. Like, it was a hot mess, okay? It was a hot mess, but my love life has gotten a lot better since then, a lot. So thank you, Lord. These are stories that you just don't believe that happened, but yeah. So I have like all these stories in here that I wrote on pieces of paper and I folded them up, right? Whatever comes out is the story that I'm gonna tell, okay? I got the vibes going. I got my Christmas tree. I got the comfy covers, okay? And then you gotta have the nog, man. Spirit guides. What story am I going to tell? Let me see. Ooh. This one is called, Quite Frankly, I Don't Care. Me and my ex were together for like 5 years, and then we just went. And I know a lot of y'all were like, what the hell happened? Okay. This happened summertime of 2018. It wasn't really summertime, it was like May. And this is around the time that my grandma ended up getting sick. And when my grandma started getting sick and she went into the hospital, this is where shit started to go down, okay? Now, my cousins, my aunt has like 8 boys, and yeah, we haven't seen each other in like God knows how long at that time, right? So we got the info that my grandma might be passing and all that because she had like kidney failure and all this other stuff, right? I was like stressed because I needed to take care of her, and then I had to take care of Zay, and then I felt like I was doing a lot of the work taking care of Zay. You know, when you start feeling like a single parent and you already started off as a single parent and then you're in a relationship still feeling like a single parent. Yeah, it was kind of like that. My cousin that lived here, he was also friends with my ex as well, so they would like go back and forth, smoke some trees and all this other stuff. But he was going through things in his relationship too. Like, he would sleep over at my mom's house where we were at, and we were like, hey man, if you need anything you can always come to us. And we were that couple to him, right? With me working, I eventually had to give up my job because everyone looked at me as, hey, someone's got to take care of my grandma while she's in the rehab center, because they didn't trust the nurses. And I don't blame them, because those nurses, I was a better nurse and I wasn't even trained, let's put it like that, okay? Well, that was pretty much the caretaker like 15 hours of the day. And then my ex, he would be at home with Zay, and I'm not even seeing Zay either, so it was like really stressful. So imagine doing that, you know what I mean? And the thing was, it was getting like really stressful because even with my male cousins, they like to nitpick and pry and all that, and so they were asking questions about my relationship and pretty much saying, well, okay, he's not really doing anything, pretty much making fun of him the whole time they were here, right? And it wasn't just them, like it was my aunt, my aunt's husband. This is their first time meeting him, and I'm like, okay, I get it, chill. It was like really tense because I'm defending my ex, I'm defending you against my cousins, but the problem was you're proving them right. At one point we got into like a mini argument that involved my cousins, and it was really toxic. They were like loving how it wasn't working out between us and you can cut the tension with a knife. May 1st was our anniversary, and it would have been 5 years that we were gonna be together, right? I'm at the rehab center taking care of my grandma as usual. You would think it's your anniversary, he should be planning something, da da da. Girl, no. After 15 hours of working, you know, and no pay, I just felt like I was at my lowest. I was like, oh my God. But I knew why I had to do it. So thinking back then, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like I'm at my highest point. And looking back, I'm actually glad that I did that, because no one else was really gonna look after my grandma but me, my mom, and my little sister. I get home, no flowers, no candy, no plans. Even if there wasn't any gifts, like, there was nothing. He planned nothing. I was like shook. I was so shook. I was like, wow. It really made me mad because I just felt like I wasn't appreciated, like anybody would, you know. The very next day, like, I spoke to my cousin and he was just like, man, fuck that, blah blah blah, you deserve better, kind of lecture. I told him, hey, can you drive me back to mom's house? Went there, saw that he was on the game. I was like, we need to talk. Boom, broke up with him because I was just like, yeah, no, it's not working. It was really depressing. I didn't want to do it, but you know when you're just forced to do it, because there's not gonna, we were staying stagnant a lot, like really stagnant. I was like, we're not going anywhere. You're not leading, so how can I follow if you're not leading? And I'm tired of leading. So I didn't like always being put in the masculine position all the time, making the plans, da da da. Even beforehand, it was like, in the beginning, it was really fun, and then by year 3, 4, that's when it started getting rocky. And I was doing most of the planning. Like, I felt like the guy. I felt like I was taking care of 2 kids, you know? And so I was like, I deserve more. I knew that since he was not originally from Texas, I didn't want him to, like, have nowhere to sleep and blah, 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 you know? So he asked a stupid question. I considered it stupid. He was like, so do we still get to sleep in the same bed? No. Do we still get to, you know, the grown-up? No. That was actually the deal breaker for him. And he texted me when I went back to the rehab center with my grandma, and he was like, so when can I get my stuff? I was like, oh wow, you're moving out. And I was like, okay, you can get your stuff, it's whatever. And so he went to go get his stuff with my cousin. I came back later on, my TV ended up being broken. Like, it wasn't like smashed into pieces or anything, but it was like, it wasn't, when I plugged it in, it didn't work. So then I called him, I was like, what is wrong with my TV? My cousin was pissed. He thought he was gonna run to my other cousin from the other side of my family, and I thought they were gonna fight. Now we're talking like a 7-foot dude versus like a 5-foot nothing. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, my other cousin helped my ex move out, and I was like, okay. $18 months went by, we didn't speak for some time, and then randomly, this is some spiritual shit, on November 11th, 2019, yeah, after my grandma passed in 2018, in December, got another job, all that, a lot of stuff happened. But we ended up seeing each other randomly at a hotel, out of all places, because my homeboy was staying at a hotel. Me and my sister went to go visit him. That's when we get a random text from his homeboy saying, or his homeboy's wife. And she was saying, hey, where are y'all? We ended up magically being in the same hotel. It was like an intervention. I go to their hotel room, bam, Frank comes out the bathroom. That led to talking, and then it led to us doing round 2 of a relationship that ended up not working because he didn't want to help get the apartment that I'm in now. So yeah, that was the end of that story. And it was just so crazy because like his homeboys all wanted to date me, and I curved them all. I told him, don't trust some of your homeboys, don't. Like, his own homeboy was like, if I wasn't with my wife, I would be with you. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you been his homeboy, his best friend for all these years, and you just gonna do that? And you married? I'm like, I just had to cut all that. I hope y'all like that story. It was like a kind of a depressing story. Yeah, hopefully the next one's gonna be even better. So thank y'all for looking at this video, and yeah, make sure you subscribe and follow all my social media, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Happy holidays. Bye.